Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku hourly analysis for the SP 500 for Tuesday, November the 9th, 2010. Well, the first hour of trading today we saw the market continue the trend to the upside, and this candle here that we've highlighted. Unfortunately for the bulls, it's a spinning top type candle, and as we've said previously, this was an area where we had very strong resistance trading in a zone from around this swing high 12.27 roughly down to around 12.18, so a very strong area of resistance for this market. Second hour of trading, the market continued with a spinning top type candle, but a larger shadow on the top and a red body candle, so a small change in the dynamics there. We actually had the sellers making net bearish progress in that hour rather than the buyers, so a change in the short-term dynamics there, but a larger shadow on the top said that the bulls lost commitment. They were not continuing to drive this market higher. They actually lost commitment as they were testing up around their swing high at around 12.27. That set the market up for a change of trend to the downside, with the next candle making a lower high and a lower low, and a fairly large red body candle. The large red body candle was the first large bodied candle that we'd seen for quite some time, quite a few trading hours there, and it told us that the sellers had taken control of this market. Next few hours of trading, we had some indecisive type candles, but a few large red-bodied candles again. So once again, as this market was trending to the downside, the bears were making some decent net bearish progress in those hours. Now, when we came to the final hour of trading, though, the market found support down around this area around 12.09, and if we project backwards, that was an area of previous resistance. And we know that support and resistance can change their characteristics, so they can one can become the other. And in this case, we see the large shadow on the bottom of its candle, and that represented buying coming in. So even though in this candle the trend was continuing down, we had a candle with a lower high and a lower low. We had a fairly large red body candle relative to the previous body, so the sellers were still making net bearish progress. But the sellers lost commitment when they tested this area around 12.09. So that could be significant for this market. Now, looking at where the candle closed, it closed in the middle of the range. So that tells us that neither the bulls nor the bears closed the market in control. So that could be significant as well. Now, we need to remember, though, the trend is down in this first time frame on the hourly charts. So that is more important than what we're seeing here. That trend may continue down to the downside. But the short-term dynamics, what we're reading about the strength of the bulls and the bears, is certainly not supporting the trend to the downside at the moment. Now, by the same token, there isn't any bullishness in this market in this final hour of trading. Now, just looking at the Ichimoku indicators, we are still trading up above the cloud. And we can see here previously we had a nice bullish breakout. The cloud was tested on several occasions, and the market continues trading up above there. So we have an overall positive bias in the market. The market, however, is now trading down below the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, which means that the market is bearish in the medium-term and fast-term time frames, and that's supporting this trend that we have in this first time frame. Really highlighting the possibility that the market may continue trending down and test the top of the cloud. Now, the top of the cloud is trading down around 1200, and there isn't a lot of support down below where the market's trading at the moment, and the 1200 area where the cloud is in this previous area of resistance around 1196. For the next hour of trading, when the market opens, that makes this low of the current candle around 12.09 very, very important for a potential continuation of the trend to the downside. So that is very, very important for any potential test of the area down below 1200, extending down to around 1191. To the upside, we have resistance offered at around 1219 and extending all the way up, as we said, to this previous area of resistance around roughly 1227. So a very strong resistance area, so the market will need to do a lot of work to trade up through that region. So we do need to watch the high of the current candle in the final hour of trading, which is at around 1218, and the low of the current candle, which is around 12.09. They're very important for this market in the first hour of trading tomorrow.